What will happen next to Chicago gang kingpin and killer Larry Hoover 24 hours after his life sentences were erased by President Trump?
Now, Hoover is being processed out of the federal supermax prison in Colorado and into an Illinois prison where he is expected to ask for parole from a 200-year state sentence. Our investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy on the story has some answers for us tonight. Chuck?
Allison, at age 74, gangland leader Larry the King Hoover has spent most of his life behind bars. Tonight, if history holds true, prison is where Hoover will spend the remainder of his life. Hoover cannot leave his past, is what the Illinois Prisoner Review Board said just 3 years ago when he asked for parole. And most of the same people that said no to Hoover then will make the decision now. Larry Hoover had already been arrested more than a dozen times when he kidnapped and killed a drug dealer in this Englewood alley in 1973. William Pookie Young shot between the eyes, dead at age 25 for stealing drugs from Hoover's gangster disciple street gang. Hoover sentenced to 200 years in state prison. He would later be convicted of numerous federal crimes as the leader of a murderous drug gang spanning 36 states and commanding a criminal army of 30,000 soldiers. With this stroke of a pen by President Trump yesterday, Hoover's 6 federal life sentences were commuted. His son thankful tonight.
I think he's been a political prisoner because of the power that he possesses.
When Larry Hoover leaves the Supermax prison here in Colorado, where he has been in solitary confinement, it will be in the custody of Illinois officers who will return him to a maximum security state prison. But in Illinois, Hoover is eligible for parole and return to the streets, a benefit that was denied him numerous times, most recently in late 2022. The parole board noting Hoover's role in this riot at Pontiac Prison in 1978 and his use of a decoding dictionary in his cell in 2017, seeming to support the belief that Hoover has continued to run gang rackets from jail, despite his promise that he's been reformed. According to the 2022 Illinois parole denial, Hoover's past continues to impact his present and will forever affect his future. Parole release at this time would not be in the interest of public safety. What all this means tonight is that Trump's commutation won't matter, and Hoover won't be released, according to this former longtime Illinois Parole Board member and chairman.
I think it's all symbolic, and I think it's all just drama because the president well knows that Mr. Hoover isn't going anywhere and that he's not going to be released. He's not going to be given freedom. He's got to come back and fulfill his Illinois sentence. I think he's trying to impress his friends, Kanye West, other celebrities who have been pushing for this pardon, but it's a Pyrrhic victory. He, at the end of the day, isn't going anywhere.